So about 3 years ago, Intent started our carbon fiber development program, and it's quite challenging for smaller companies like us to develop these offshore carbon fiber frames from the costs involved for tooling, engineering. It's a little different model for us than being a U.S. manufacturer of aluminum frames. So, you know, in turn, I think if we hadn't done whatever it would take to make this shift, we probably would have gotten smaller. So, you know, we made the decision and went full bore into this thing. So three and a half years later, we have 5 carbon models in our line now. And at the same time, we wanted to keep our aluminum factory here busy. As we saw, as we introduced the carbon models in the same high-end segments, the demand for high-end aluminum has kind of decreased a bit. So in turn, the carbon models are displacing the aluminum models a little bit. So, you know, some of the challenges have been keeping the U.S. factory busy. So, you know, from day one, we decided we would bring the frames in as a front and a rear and do all the final assembly. We still make all the linkages and assembly parts, bolts, axles in our factory here, and even the box that the frame goes into is manufactured down the street. So we're still trying to add as much value as we can in our factory here in the U.S. And something interesting on that also is the fact that if we don't do the process in-house, and there are a few, we use all local vendors that are literally within a couple blocks in our same business park here in Temecula, California. So our powder coating, we use a local vendor for that, our anodizing, our boxes and packing supplies, some bolts and things. So, you know, down the line on a smaller scale, but we're helping stimulate the local economy. We're cutting down our transportation costs. As little as several years ago, we were having trucks go back and forth from the city, from LA for these processes. So we brought them close to home, and it's helping to keep our expenses down, more efficiency in our manufacturing process, and at the same time, we're working to stimulate a little local economy. So we're kind of proud about that. Even our machine shop these days, all of our machines, CNC machines, are converted to Haas machines, which are all made in USA. So we've been able to cut a bit on maintenance costs. They're very reliable machines. The factory that builds those machines is just north of Los Angeles. All the carbon frames come to us as a front and a rear. We do all the other bits of assembly in-house. And right next to the aluminum frames that we make 100% here in our factory. This is one of the current aluminum models, the Tracer 275, that is very popular at the moment. And having this factory here in the U.S. to make this aluminum product is, you know, has been a real advantage in some ways for us. We're able to do a lot of quick product development, get products to market really quick. So, you know, we're able to adapt to trends, market changes really quickly, create new trends, as with the 951 Evo, and to be able to do it very efficiently. At the same time, our frames do have a little different look. They're not coming out of all the same factories that a lot of the products do. So, you know, when it's on the showroom floor, it has a distinct, kind of stands out from an aesthetic and construction standpoint in a lot of ways too.